Hey coaches, this is Coach Sheffer from Obsessed with Offense, and I wanted to wish everybody a good Thanksgiving and safe travels. Have some nice time off if you're one of those teachers out there. Um, and I just want to talk some ball. So I want to introduce you to a new segment called Eye in the Sky, where I'm taking inspiration from Coach Allball and his film Friday series, and we're going to be watching some game film from my season as the head coach of the freshman team of my high school, Garfield High School in Woodbridge, Virginia. And this was the 2016 season. And what I plan on doing, I plan on watching the film with you guys. And just remember that I'm a year separated from this, and I haven't coached this past season. And I am a totally different coach now um, than what I was before. And this season has taught me a lot. And I wanted to talk about while we're watching this, we're going to watch it a quarter at a time. I'm going to try to critique myself, critique what's going on here, and hopefully you enjoy it. And so, what we're going to be seeing here is our first game versus a school called Battlefield High School. Now, in our area, this school is known for having big guys, having a lot of big guys, and they're usually pretty good every season. And so we were coming into this. The past few seasons for our varsity hadn't been very good, but the last season for our freshman team, the coaches that were there before, they had ended up going 8-2, and so we had a little bit of optimism, thinking, okay, maybe we can do something with this season. And so I just wanted to point out something. This is the very first clip. Notice where everybody's lined up here on the kickoff, because we're kicking off first. They're 5 yards ahead of where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be lined up back here. And this is silly, and it's silly because we actually started this game late. We were supposed to start around 5 o'clock, and we started around 5:30 because that team was actually late. And so before we even started the game, I had been practicing, and I practiced this all week, kickoff return, all the special teams. I usually spent 1/3 of practice on offense, 1/3 on defense, and 1/3 on special teams. I should have probably spent more time on special teams. But we had just practiced kickoff maybe 5 times from the line that they're supposed to kick off from. So I don't know if this is poor coaching on my part. It probably is. Most of the problems that happened in this season were poor coaching, and they were my fault because I'm right here, and I have one season of assistant coaching under my belt before I started head coaching this season. And I have 2 other coaches on staff, and both of those had 0 years of experience coaching football. And so let's just watch here. So, of course, first play, we already look silly. So we get lined up. One thing I wanted to point out, this kid right here, number 55, for the first few games, and actually for most of the season, he was pretty much our Mr. Everything, our Captain America on our football team. Most of you guys probably have somebody like this guy. He was our kicker, our punter. He was our middle linebacker for much of the season. We ended up moving him down to defensive tackle, defensive end, playing a little bit. He was an offensive tackle. He was just, and for the first few games, he was our best player overall. And so let's just watch this kick here. What I was trying to get him to do is I wanted him to pooch it around the 20-yard line, and he did it perfectly. We had been practicing, but unfortunately, they get a good return on us. So how did that happen? How does that happen? All right, so let's watch our specialists here. Forgive the quality of the film. So this film was done by a volunteer parent who honestly did not have a lot of experience with game filming. And so I've tried to edit it as much as I can, but I can't edit everything out. So let's watch. You can't really see here, but they really did not stay in their lanes that they were supposed to go to. And you see a couple of them back here. If you watch, you'll see a couple of them just kind of standing around, not knowing. This guy doesn't really know what he's supposed to be doing. This guy just stops. These guys back here are not getting a good angle of pursuit. They're just kind of chasing the guy from 10 yards away, and it honestly feels like they're a little bit scared. So I'm going to stop talking about that one play. We're going to run out of time here. If you notice, this team, they preferred to go out of a pistol, and it looks like they've got a tailback here, fullback next to the quarterback, a tight end on one side, and an X and Z receiver. And they ran pretty much this formation the entire time. They did vary it a little bit. And my defense, the defense I ran with the first few games was we called it a 4-4 stack because that's what it was based on, but you could also call it a 4-2-5 because right now they're in the 4-4 stack because we're seeing this formation here, this with a tight end and a fullback, and so they're staying inside. But if they had twins, then our little hybrid safety outside linebacker guys would bust out there. We have one safety in the back, 2 corners, and 4 down linemen. So let's watch this first play here. Looks like either a power play or a ISO play, and they whoop our butts. So what happened? So let's watch our D linemen here, and they stand straight up. They don't get any penetration. What happened to the linebackers? Linebackers just switching. They just kind of stand there. They don't really get any good pursuit angles. Again, that was poor coaching on my part. I spent most of my time on defense coaching linebackers, and I'm going to be honest, I had never coached linebackers before. And so I probably didn't know what I was doing, and that really hurt us. And so they come out in kind of this twin set. It's like heavy on the left, twins on the right. So they got a strong passing strength over here, but a good running strength on this side. So what are they going to do? And they're going to do a little toss play. And, ooh, dang, did you see that? Let's watch this. All right, so we don't get a whole lot of our defense flowing towards the toss. I think we're more preoccupied with going over here. And so linebackers don't really get good angles. And watch this guy. Boom. Not good tackle for him. I didn't teach that. I taught good tackling for him. I think one of our problems this year was that I put too much into the playbook, and our kids got a little confused, and so they didn't play very fast because they were confused. So it seemed like they were playing soft. So they're going for 2 here. A little bit of a rollout pass, and he drops it. So right now it is 6-0, and within the first 2 minutes of the game, not looking good for us. All right, so they're going to kick it. They kind of squib kick it. We get it, and a little bit of open lane. Oh. All right, so our formation here, we had basically a stack of 2 guys here, 2 guys here, 2 guys in the backfield. These were our main returners. These guys were like secondary, but they were better blockers than they were runners. And then we had our front line, and this was what our high school was running, and it was easy for us to install, and it was easy for us to modify, and it worked pretty well for us. And as you can see, we got some decent blocking here. That guy just made the tackle. If he was able to break that, it would have been good for us. And so we tried to run pistol in our scrimmage, and it just didn't work for us because the shotgun snap was erratic. And I know most coaches out there are going to say, you need to get the guy's butt down. The center needs to get his butt down. I understand that. We worked our butts off trying to get him to do that. We worked with a bunch of different centers. We never got a consistent shotgun snap, and it killed us. And so we ended up going and running a lot of under center stuff. And so this is a strong I formation. This running back is behind the guard on the right side. There's a tight end standing up. I have no idea why he's standing up. We did not coach that. he's supposed to be hand on the ground. This guy's supposed to be back about a yard. He's on the line, and he's a little bit deep for my liking here. But we ran a lot of toss. We ran a little bit of we called this blast. And it's not terrible, but you can see, watch our O-line. And this killed us the entire season until we got better. This is our first game. They're soft. They're standing straight up. They stand straight up. They don't hit anybody. They don't sustain any blocks. And I think really that's because I had too many plays in the playbook. So we need to keep going. So we're going strong this way. Tight end still standing up. So we hand the ball off, and we get nothing. We get stuffed. O-lines are being soft. So here we go again with that strong I formation. And we got our little toss play here, little toss. And their pursuit was a lot better than what our guys could do. Okay, so 4th down, 4th and long. We get our punt team here. We had a shield punt going on that I took from Coach Mack from Play Fast Football. I stole your shield punt, and it worked really well for us. And we had not a great. Watch this. We don't have a very good. Again, our snapping killed us, and so he decided to pick it up and run with it, and we lose it. I never taught him to do that. All right, here we go. Another sign of a poorly coached team. This is all my fault. I didn't have them ready. Look at these. These guys are like way over here. The offense is ready to go. They don't understand that the offense isn't going to wait for them. Just remember that more than 50% of the kids that I had on my freshman team that year had never played organized football before. And so we're dealing with a lot of inexperience here, not just on the field, but also in the coaching staff. So we made a lot of mistakes, and I believe I really learned from them. All right, so there they go with a little run play. Get a few yards. Here they go again with a little bit of fullback play, and we stopped them there. I wonder how did we stop them on that play? Let's see it again. All right, so if we go here. Okay, we get some good penetration on the D-line. That kid right there got low, got through. Good. Okay, we're not getting a lot of penetration on that play. Linebackers are playing soft. D-line's playing soft, and I think they score again. Yep. So right now it is 12-0. They go for 2 again. I don't think they got it. I think it's still 12-0. Oh, we almost gave that one up. Okay, so this is a different formation we ran that we liked. It was a twin set. Again, it was supposed to be pistol, but we just couldn't get the snap. So we ran a little bit of twins. And we run a little bit of a hitch play there. Decent yardage. I don't remember what play that was there. I think it might have been hitches again. And our O-line is not getting good blocks. Got our toss play going. Ooh, he slips a couple. Still 4th down, so we got a punt. Pretty good. He had a really good arm. And, okay, so this was the play. You notice there, my gunner tackled the returner before the ball ever came to him. And so my gunner, he came over to me. This will be the last play I show. He came over to me at the end of that play, and I asked him, dude, what the heck were you thinking? He said, Coach, you told me to tackle the returner. Miscommunication plagued us all year. So what I want to do, coaches, we'll continue this in part 2, and we'll talk more about this, and I want you guys to stay obsessed.